Foldies. This is Richie at Growfold, and today we will be big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out in Prosper, Texas. It is a cloudy morning when I went out to go film this video. As always, please make sure you are pressing that thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I'd love to see our community grow, so please make sure you go ahead and press that thumbs up or like button for this video. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure you are also giving me a follow on my Instagram. It is at Growfolds. If you have any questions about the plant or have any thing you want to send me a direct message on Instagram. That is the fastest and most direct way to do so. So you can see right here, Plant Foldies. We're going to start out our big box store plant shopping video today by looking at the Lowe's Garden Center. So I did want to highlight some of these proven winner plants. You can see that this one is a variegated shrub. Really like the look of this one. Normally it's purple, but this is the variegated version, and I'm actually looking to see if I can get one of these to create and make into a bonsai. So as you guys already know, I mentioned in some of my previous videos that I am an official affiliate of the Bonsai Supply website, where they have some premium bonsai supplies, and I'm looking to see if I can actually convert this into a particular bonsai specimen. For those that don't know, bonsai is the art of growing and training a plant to become a miniature tree in a shallow container. Now, as always, we also look at all of the beautiful succulents and cactus. This one is very prickly. These are by Oasis Plants. You can see that the price tag right here is not a bad price at all. I wouldn't know what to do with something this prickly. And then you can see right here, this is the golden barrel. This is one that I often see at big box stores. You can see the price right over there. And this one, again, as far as like repotting it or how do you even move it around because it's super prickly, I'm not the most versed when it comes to succulents and cactus. Truth be told, next year I'm going to focus on learning more about succulents and cactus because it is a fascinating genus of plants. I know that there are a lot of plant foldies that are into succulents and cactus, and for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers Plant Foldies. Welcome to my channel. Again, I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos with a live premiere chat. So if you are watching this during a live premiere chat, which is typically at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, definitely say hello. As you can see right here, we are now in the Lowe's Garden section. And before we get into the main event, which is going to be the indoor tropical plants, I did want to highlight some of the plants that are still readily available during the late summer, early fall season. And you already know that it's going to be fall season when you start to see chrysanthemums or mums. You can see that Lowe's locations are starting to get them. And then take a look at this beautiful variegated bougainvillea. This is the bougainvillea strawberry ice. And then you can see right over here, look at this mum for only $7.98. This is the orange mum. It does want a lot of light. And what's cool about this plant is it is a perennial. So once the mum actually dies off, it will come back year after year, especially if you put them in your landscape, like actually grow them in the ground. As far as containers, they may come back, but they have a higher chance of coming back during the growing season when you plant them in the ground. What beautiful plants. And, you know, chrysanthemums are plants that I've actually gotten into. I've actually converted them into bonsai. So if you haven't checked out my YouTube membership tier, which is what I call the Super Plant Foldies, it's actually members only videos where you get exclusive content. If you are a member, press the join button. It's only for the price of $2.99. You'll get access to all of these membership only videos. I have some where I showcase some of my bonsai that I made from mums, and you also get custom made emojis that you can use during the live premiere chats. But anyways, Plant Foldies, you can see right here, I am eyeing these beautiful Epipremnum aureum neon queen pothos. You can see the contrast with these cordyline Hawaiian tea plants. This one right here is for $4.98. You can see that the roots are actually popping out of the drainage hole. So that's when you know a plant is fully established in its grower pot. And that's super important. You know, in the previous video I premiered, I showcased a local plant nursery called Green Acres Nursery and Supply in Melissa, Texas. Definitely look for that video if you haven't watched it. But a lot of the plants were super established in their pots. So that's the same thing as we go big box store plant shopping. And look at this huge mega sale. Lowe's clearance. This one is select Boston fern hanging baskets only for $5. Now, as far as ferns, I'm not that big of a fan of ferns, but if you're looking for a huge savings, it is only $5 right now at this particular Lowe's. And then you can see right here, we've got a couple of Costa Farms plants. So this one is a Dieffenbachia, one that is also a large foliage plant, $22.98. I don't know the particular Dieffenbachia. They look very similar to Aglaonema, but you already know my love for plants is really centered around Aglaonema, but Dieffenbachia, they're starting to capture my heart. The only thing about Dieffenbachia is they do better if you grow them outdoors in more light and if you consistently water them. And then over here, we've got a forest full of oleander. You already know oleander is a very toxic plant, so you really don't want them to be around any kids or any furry plant friends or any feathered friends. So you already know plant foldies, or at least the ones that have been watching my videos. I have documented taking care of and raising backyard chickens. I have a barred rock hen and a Rhode Island red hen by the name of Charlotte and Catriona. So you'll see a little clip of them later on in this video. I also wanted to showcase my favorite types of pots, and these are terracotta planters right here. And another type of planter I enjoy looking at is the Talavera planters. These are made in Mexico, $39.98. It's got a very distinctive aesthetic when it comes to the planters. I really love the hand-painted look on them. I'm curious to see though, plant foldies, what types of plants would you grow in these Talavera planters? Do you have Talavera planters? And I just want to see if you guys can leave that in the comments section. All of that engagement is super important to me. I love to read the comments and also reply. So if you have any questions, definitely leave them. If you have anything you want to share with the plant foldy community, definitely leave that. And then you can see right here, we've got some hardy pink oleander. It does have a caution sign because it is a very toxic plant. And then we also have some gardenias. So gardenias are plants that I like as well. These are actually good shrubs to put in a Japanese type garden, a Japanese Zen garden, alongside with azaleas. The thing about it is gardenias need to be in a more shaded area. If you are able to grow them successfully, and unfortunately I haven't been able to, they do give fragrant flowers. And then over here, we've got some beautiful Monstera deliciosas that I'm just gonna spin around by Costa Farms. What a beautiful Monstera deliciosa leaf fenestrated. And now we are looking at everybody's favorite, Hydra Helix. Everybody say it with me, Hydra Helix. Now, for those that are new to the channel, I mispronounce Hedera Helix, which is the correct way to say it for English ivy. It is an inside joke, but for some reason, y'all like me to say Hydra Helix. So there you go. And we do have a lot of English ivy hanging baskets. We also have these phenomenal looking Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. Like, this is a steal, $16.98. But look at how full, look at how lush, look at how beautiful this Philodendron Hederaceum is. This is also known as the Philodendron heart leaf shaped plant. I love it. $16.98 in a 6-inch planters. I love the fact that these are available, and I like the 6-inch planters by Costa Farms in the hanging basket form. I feel like they're a little bit easier to manage. I think the 8-inch hanging baskets tend to be a little bit harder to maintain because, number one, when you're gonna hang these plants, you really need a very strong support system. And so 6-inch is not as heavy as, say, an 8-inch hanging basket. But either way, they've got some beautiful plants here. I mean, look at this. I probably should have bought this beautiful Marble Queen pothos. This one is only for $16.98. Super lush, super full. And I am back at my pothos era. I love Epipremnum aria. And I'm just super excited to be going to PlantCon 2025 in New York City tomorrow. I will be helping with hedge fund plants for the setup, and you guys are going to be getting a lot of exclusive content. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are subscribed to this video with all the notifications. We are about to enter the indoor section, but I did just want to show you a beautiful clip of Catriona and Charlotte. For those that are looking for plants, please do not swipe away. Please do not click away. I promise it's just a short little clip, but I did want to just talk about, raising backyard chickens. So you can see my brown one is Catriona. She is my Rhode Island Red. And then my Barred Rock chicken is Charlotte. She is the one that has black and white striping. These are beautiful chickens that are about 3.5 months old. And if you notice how they're just tossing around dirt, they are doing what they call a dirt bath, which is actually their way of socializing, relaxing, and more so cleaning themselves. This is how you get rid of like mites and ticks. They just roam around, and they're also foraging, looking for little bugs. It's one thing I would recommend is making sure that you allow your chickens to roam around. If you keep them in a coop all day, they're not going to be as happy. So for me, I let them free range, not 100%, but this is just an example of them just taking a dirt bath. And I did want to say thank you so much to their auntie Angelique. She left a generous $20 super sticker to support the babies. You already know, Angeline, if you're watching, that I will be getting them some treats. And for those that do not know, there is an option to support a YouTube content creator in the form of a monetary tip, and that is called a super sticker. So for those that have given me super stickers in the past, thank you so much. For those that feel that they would like to donate, just press the $sign in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and you can enter any custom amount. That would actually help if anybody wants to be generous to send super stickers, especially for my New York City PlantCon trip. I am planning on getting lots and lots of footage, hours and hours, but any donations would really help with the funding of my flight and anything else that's needed for that trip. So you can see right here though, plant foldies. What do you think about Charlotte and Catriona? Leave a comment in the comment section, and we are about to reach the main event, which is the indoor tropical section. So you can see right here, it is a late summer, early fall, and I'm just going to show you the beautiful Live Trends design planters. You'll notice that they have little skulls and Halloween themes. These have air plants. plant foldies. These are super cute air plants, and you can see all of these planters are Halloween theme. That is one thing I absolutely love about Live Trends Design, is the fact that they just take it on to another level in terms of just the decor, the decorations, the seasonality of seasons. So you can see right here, if you are in the festive move of celebrating Halloween or even fall, you have these options for it. And that's one thing I will say about all of the Live Trends Design planters, is that they always innovate and get some very stylistic options for anybody that loves plants, because not only do we like to grow plants, or at least for me, I like the interior design aspect of it. You know, when you talk about content creators that really inspire me, I would say Benji Plants. He is somebody that I've always looked up to and looked at the curated way of how he presents his plants and even his interiors. And you know, the reason why I haven't done a houseplant tour is I really want to do it right. And I know that I've been talking about it for more than a year about doing a houseplant tour, but for me, if I'm going to present a tour, I want to present it to where I can best represent my brand and my aesthetic. So I really want to make sure that my styling is on point, because at some point in time, this YouTube channel is going to pivot to more of like an interior design. Obviously, the core of this channel is always going to be big box store plant shopping, or plant shopping in general. But I do want to have that space where Plant Foldies, you will allow me to evolve and get more things taken care of in terms of just that pivoting to that type of content. So let me know in the comment section what you think, Plant Foldies, if you guys agree, or should I just stay with the big box store plant shopping niche? You know, that's the thing about doing YouTube content, is you are sometimes confined to a specific niche. And for me, I'm just really thankful that YouTube has allowed me to, number one, be able to create routines about making content, but number two, and it's actually super important, and that is just creating a community of amazing people. I love the fact that I can, you know, pick up my phone, go to a big box store, pick up beautiful plants from Live Trends Design and show you these beautiful planters, but more so just being able to interact with each other. You know, I think about the viewers, I think about the subscribers, I think about all those that actually tune in and just check, you know, the content that I create. I appreciate the patience, the grace you guys have given me in terms of not always being able to get a live premiere. I just will tell you, when I do miss a day or two, I do feel bad, because a lot of us, at least for me, I just look forward to being able to chat with you guys. And so, you know, that's part of the niche of this channel, I suppose, is that yes, I'm picking up plants. Yes, I'm telling you about the plant care tips, what's available, the plant pricing, my commentary about certain plant trends, but more so, I kind of utilize this as more of a lifestyle blog where I'm literally journaling, talking to you guys about my thoughts, and you guys have really allowed me to be my most authentic self. And that's something that I want everybody to take away from as I do these big box store plant shopping videos. You know, I've been given feedback before that I'm either too chatty, too repetitive, sometimes cringy in how I say Hydra Helix. But I own all of that, because if you don't embrace yourself, if you don't allow yourself to love yourself, then you're never going to find that satisfaction in life and be happy. So as we head into the weekend, I want everybody to reflect and think about, what is it that makes you unique, and what is it that makes you happy, and how do you spread that good vibe positivity? So that's my rant for today. I know that I always try to give you guys a positive message, so we're going to actually talk about the plants. If you notice right here, as I go shopping for big box store plants, you'll notice that Live Trends Design, Urban Jungle Plants, Costa Farms plants, and sometimes at Lowe's, even Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants will make it. Know that these are amazing plant finds. They're very cost effective. I mean, look at this golden pothos right here. This is only for $14.98, and that one has a unique shape. That one is by Urban Jungle Plants, and obviously the quintessential Bunny Bellies Tradescanthia. This one is for $16.98, and this is another perfect example of a plant that I've been eyeing. I've been wanting to add into my plant collection. I just haven't for more than a year. So I am just going to plant window shop, admire the plant, pretend that I'm growing it myself whenever I go to a big box store, because you don't necessarily have to buy plants that you pick up. You can admire them at home. You can admire them through my videos. You can admire them in person, but not necessarily have to buy them. Like, I love the rattan look of these hanging baskets, for instance, by Live Trends Design, but I don't necessarily feel like I have to buy it. It is a good aesthetic. It's one that could possibly fit my interior design, but it's one that I wouldn't buy today. Now, all of the plants I'm picking up, the Marble Queen Pothos, the Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil, these are all beginner friendly, easy care plants. And when you think about shopping at Lowe's, it's also very much so budget friendly. Plant foldies, let me know in the comment section what you think about these plants. I know we see Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil often. I have several of those, and actually my grandmother grows a lot of these. She propagates them. She has trays and trays of Philodendron Hederaceum, and that's one thing I would say about plant collecting. If you don't necessarily want to spend money buying plants at a big box store or a local nursery, you can always see about having friends share propagations. That's something I've been really into. I've been chopping up a lot of my pothos plants, my philodendrons, and rooting them in water. And I've actually potted up quite a bit of plants into substrate called soil, because at one point I was actually giving up on soil substrates and moving a lot of my plants into semi-hydroponic substrates such as lechuzapon and leca. But I feel like soil is really the classic medium that I want to stay with. And I've found really good soil sources such as Classy Rabbit soil. Go to classyrabbit.com if you want to buy some local business soil that is amazing. And also the Bonsai Supply soil, go to thebonsaisupply.com. I have an affiliate link in the video description. If you click on it and use my promo code called GrowFold, say just enter GrowFold, you'll get 10% off your entire purchase. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and just keep picking up some plants. You can see that is a beautiful Hoya Kurtzii, and you'll see that this Lowe's may not be as full of plants, but they still have healthy looking ones to choose from. We love our Aglaonema Red Siam, $15.98 by Costa Farms. Let's get Aglaonemas trending. You already know, plant foldies, that Aglaonemas are the future trending plant, or at least in my heart, in my soul, I do think that Aglaonemas need to be trending. So as I travel to big shows like PlantCon 2025 in New York City, I will be constantly talking about Aglaonema. So for those that are not part of the Aglaonema trend, try buying yourself an Aglaonema Red Siam. Try getting yourself an Aglaonema Silver Bay. Post about it on social media, whether it's your Facebook, your Instagram. Tag me at GrowFold and use the hashtag popularize Aglaonema. Let's get that plant trending. Now, speaking of trending plants, trending tropical plants by Costa Farms. This one is for $19.98. This is an Epipremnum aureum global green pothos. This pothos was originally discovered in Japan as a mutation. It's a green on green variegation, and with all pothos plants, lighting is very much so influential for the coloration, the variegation of the plant. More light means more stark green on green variegation. Now this one right here, Dracaena Janet Craig compacta, beautiful green, deep green plant, very compact growing, very much so low light tolerant and drought tolerant. One of the easiest plants to take care of. One of the plants is often actually not over, I was going to say overrated, but it's actually very much so underrated because most people just overlook it. So I would just hope that people would give it a shot and actually grow that. This one is a juvenile sago palm, and I think that that's super cool. And then we also have more of these global green pothos. just say that this particular Lowe's location, I already have a feeling that it may not necessarily have the most selection, but it does have healthy plants. And to me, even if a big box store isn't super full of plants, what's important is looking at the health of the plant. So if you are shopping for plants, especially at big box stores, know that there could be a higher level of pest potential. And the reason being, there's several people looking at plants, but also the stress and shock of the plant. Big box stores don't necessarily have the staffing all the time to take care of the plants. So if you just see a lot of healthy looking plants, that is a great sign, and that is a go sign for me when shopping. And then like even this, I love the thought process and look of this particular air plant. You can see that it's got a face statue, and each one has like super cool looking air plants that look like hair. I think that's super clever, and that's the reason why Live Trends Design, if you were to ask me, is one of the pioneers when it comes to modern plant styling aesthetics. And you know, for everybody has a different type of aesthetic, right? Whether it is modern contemporary, whether it's funky, whether it's colorful, something of that nature. For me, I like modern contemporary. I really like sleek looks. I mean, you can even see right here, this is a hydroponically grown plant, so it's just growing in straight water. But look at the vase, it's got a nice shape. This one is a peace lily, or what you call spathiphyllum, and in growing spathiphyllum or peace lilies in water is actually ideal because this plant is super thirsty. It's always wanting water, and so that's a really good sign in terms of just growing that plant. Syngoniums are a very thirsty plant as well, and I'm going to struggle to try to get this out. Let me try to get it out. But this one is a Syngonium white butterfly, and look at how healthy the plants are. The thing about Syngoniums, and we already know this from some of the previous videos I've created, is Syngoniums are very finicky plants when it comes to being underwatered. So if you're not watering the plant consistently and you leave it dry for too long, it will definitely get crispy leaves. It will get very leggy. Now, if you want to recover that neglect, what I often do is chop up the Syngonium and I water propagate it, because it is one of the easiest plants to propagate in water. I'm actually currently doing a lot of plant propagations with my Syngonium albos, and a lot of that has to do with my grandmother influencing me. We talked about her actually selling her plants because she is constantly propagating. I'm curious, plant foldies, if you actually propagate your plants, what do you do with your plant propagations? Do you share them with others? Do you sell them? Leave that in the comments section below. And thank you for those that have made it this far into the video. If you're still watching, I appreciate it, because watch time is definitely important. You know, if you watch my videos all the way through, it definitely helps with the watch time average. So that is a huge plus. And please, 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 if you made it this far into the video and say you forgot to press the thumbs up or like button for this video, definitely do that, because it does push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. Now, as far as these clever looking Live Trends Design planters, I have to say they are super cute, and you can see how they are just different. There's just so many different varieties to choose from, and so I'm just going to continue to pick up and walk around and show you these plants. Isn't quite a bit of a wide selection at this Lowe's location, but either way, there's still many plants to pick from. Now, there's some plants that are not doing as well. So things to look for in terms of when you're going big box store plant shopping is, number one, look at the amount of foliage you have on your plant. Make sure that it's not dry or crispy, and look for signs of plant pests. So plant pests would mean like webbing, that would be like spider mites. If you have like fuzzy white areas of the plant, that could be mealy bugs. And so sometimes plants are put on clearance where they're not the most healthiest. And I know that there's a couple of plant foldies that like to rescue plants. Shout out to David, for instance. He is constantly, saving plants from dying. Just know that you will always have the potential of plant pests when a plant is not as healthy. So look for those signs. And if you're willing to still rescue a plant, make sure you are spraying it with like a neem oil spray or some type of insecticidal soap, so that way you don't bring any pest into your collection. Another tip I would say is when you are bringing a plant home from a nursery or a big box store, quarantine it for about a week or two. Make sure that it is good to go before you put it in your main setup, because you never know. Sometimes plant pest eggs don't hatch until later, and so you just really have to quarantine it. I think that is a safer option, especially for somebody that may have lots of plants. Like I have 200 plus Aglaonema varieties, for instance. All of them are actually growing outdoors, so I don't have to worry so much about plant pests because there are natural predators. But for those that are growing plants strictly indoors, it can be a little bit tricky. So you'll notice though that there are a lot of Costa Farms plants here. This one is a red Marantha in a 6-inch planter. This one is for $16.98. And Marantha plants or prayer plants, you do need to just make sure that the soil stays consistently moist. They don't like to stay wet. They don't like to stay dry for too long, so keep their soil wet. Also, higher humidity levels are actually a plus for them, because then you can mitigate them from having crispy brown leaves. I would also say if you have better water quality, such as distilled water or rainwater, it's going to do better for those plants, because sometimes the hard water will actually give that plant more browning or crisping because it just doesn't like it. And then you'll see right here, we've got a Majesty palm and then some more plants that I'm just going to pick up and show. You'll notice that some big box stores may not have as big of a selection. Typically, it's because they're either liquidating some of the plants that are not healthy and are expecting a large shipment. So I'm going to go double check and see if they get restocked in a week or two. Now over here, we've got a Dieffenbachia, and again, this one is for $15.98, and I love the look of Dieffenbachia. The only problem is Dieffenbachia need lots of bright indirect light. They also need consistent watering. They're a little bit more spider mite prone because they just are. And when you bring certain plants indoors, they just tend to be a little bit more spider mite prone. Here is another different variety of it. One thing I will also highlight about Dieffenbachia is they are definitely not pet friendly. They are one of the more toxic plants. So like if you cut it and you get some of their sap on your hands, it can irritate you. You definitely don't want your furry friends, or in my case, my feathered friends, to be biting the foliage because it's really toxic. And then over here, again, we're going to just be picking up some more of these hanging basket plants. These are all by Costa Farms. You can see this is a really cute looking dogtail cactus, very commonly found at a big box store, but needless to say, it's still a really cute tropical succulent cactus. favorite plant, and this is the Epipremnum aureum neon pothos, at least my favorite pothos plant. Absolutely love this one, and this one is by Urban Jungle Plants. This one is for $14.98. Epipremnum alplissimum, or what you call the silver streak pothos. This used to be a trending tropical plant for $19.98. Now it is in a quintessential self-watering planter, 6-inch planter for $15.98. Very much so budget-friendly plant, very easy plant to take care of. It's a pretty fast grower, easily easily propagates, and so you can take cuttings and share it with friends, maybe even sell it to others. So this is another plant I would recommend as far as like a beginner-friendly, easy care plant. That is one that has beautiful silver streaks, one that thank you to Costa Farms for having more readily available. And then we have these Alocasia virginiae. These are really cool looking Alocasia. Look at the purple undersides and the veining. And when you touch the leaves, it's got a very thick, leathery texture about it that I really find intriguing. That one is for $19.98. And then we have some more Epipremnum alplissimum silver streaks right over here for $15.98. To get an Epipremnum pinnatum Baltic blue pothos, because it's just got a really nice fenestration on the leaves, and this is one of the Epipremnum pinnatum that are super fast growers, beautiful green foliage, and it doesn't need a pole for it to climb on to develop the fenestrations, which I think is really cool. Epipremnum pinnatum hold a special place in my heart because Epipremnum pinnatum are endemic to my family's home country, which is the Philippines. Mabuhay. If you are a Filipino, please leave comments in Tagalog. I love getting in touch with kababayans, which means countrymen. So kamusta mga Filipinos? Please say hello. And yes, this Epipremnum pinnatum is definitely one that you will find literally growing as a weed in the Philippines. In the Philippines, they call Epipremnum pinnatum tibatib. Now over here is not a very highly variegated philodendron white knight, but needless to say, just because it's not variegated doesn't mean the plant is not beautiful. I still love the green plants, and truthfully, we should go back to the basics sometimes and just look at green plants because they are more durable than their variegated counterparts. This one is a Ficus elastica burgundy, beautiful plant. It definitely loves a lot of light. Grow that outdoors in full sun, and you can get a full-blown tree in one growing season. $14.88. This is a Ficus elastica taniki. Same care tips, lots of light. Any ficus plant is just going to need a lot of light. But if you grow these outdoors, and I am a huge advocate for taking your indoor tropical plants outdoors for a growing season, whether it's spring and summer, while the weather is still warm, and they are really going to get a boost in terms of their growth. So if you have plants that are struggling to grow indoors, take them outdoors in a shaded patio area, water them consistently. You don't have to worry so much about the plant pests because there are natural predators. You got to think, when you take a plant indoors, you don't have natural plant pest preventatives like predators like ladybugs that get rid of mealybugs. So that's another option. And if you just really want to grow your plants even more healthy, take them outside. Trust and believe that that is done so many wonderful things for my aglaonema that I typically get from overseas. So plant foldies, let me know what you think about those tips, and leave me some comments about some of the plants I picked up so far. What plants are you looking forward to? And for those that are looking for that PlantCon New York City content, what do you want to see exactly? Please leave that in the comment section below. I also want to say, for any of the plant foldies going to PlantCon on Saturday, which is when I'm going to be out and about, we are having a plant foldy meetup at the Hedge Fund Plants booth at 12 o'clock. I will not have my mask on. You will easily recognize me, I promise. Let's all meet up and hang out there and support Hedge Fund Plants, because they made it possible for me to be able to go to PlantCon in New York City. I wasn't originally going to go because of the cost, but my friend Aaron, who owns a Hedge Fund Plants, he's also another fellow kababayan or a Filipino American, is helping me out. Now over here is a syngonium. This one is one that is for $14.98 by Urban Jungle Plants. Love the look of this. I love pink plants. Syngoniums are my jam. Just make sure you stay on top of the watering. Again, they hate to stay dry for too long, but they're also very fast growers if you consistently water them and give them a lot of bright light. They propagate and root very easily in water, or you can even just root them straight into soil. What a beautiful plant. I love the planter as well. You know, that terracotta look is absolutely classic. First notice this Calathea dotty. The planter almost looks like a Live Trends design planter, but this one is actually an Urban Jungle planter. It looks like they've kind of leveled up their modern vibe to it. Beautiful foliage. Unfortunately, it's a plant that I wouldn't recommend for beginners. Now the Ficus elastica taniki right over here, oh no, this is actually a ruby. You could grow this. I would say this is a easy plant if you have a lot of light. That's the only problem about ficus plants, is you have to have a lot of bright indirect light. It likes a lot of light. If you can't give it enough light, it's not going to do as well. It's definitely going to stun its growth. Philodendron Summer Glory, beautiful plant, very easy to care for plant. Underrated philodendron. This is for $24.98, but look at how beautiful that satin shine is on the leaves. Stunning leaves. The leaves can get extremely large. This one will need a pole eventually, but it is another one of the philodendron. It stays a little bit more compact. Highly recommend this plant, even for beginners. And you can see $24.98 for that Live Trends, or actually Urban Jungle planter. Live Trends design hanging basket planters like this one right here, super modern. This one is for $16.98. Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil. And when it comes to just looking at these Live Trends design ceramic planters, I love the selection of plants they choose. For instance, this Scindapsus exotica. Look at the silver foliage. And you know, with Scindapsus, they are very similar to pothos plants, where they're very easy. You just need to make sure that you do give them that bright indirect light, and make sure that you stay on top of the watering. Now this one right over here, we've got a Philodendron Birkin. This one is an Urban Jungle planter. You can notice that it's Urban Jungles because they utilize terracotta. This one is for $14.98. And then we're going to spin around here, and you'll notice Plant Foldies that it's not as full as some of the other big box stores we've gone to in the North Dallas area, which is where I am based at. But I still like the fact that they have, you know, Monstera Thai Constellations. These ones are for $29.98 by Costa Farms Trending Tropical Plant. And, you know, it just baffles me, amazes me that we are able to see variegated plants like this at a big box store when a couple years back, even just a one node, 2-leaf cutting would cost us more than $200. And a lot of the plant pricing has reduced, which makes it really exciting for the consumer. So maybe for sellers and businesses, it may not be as exciting, but you know what? I always think that there's always going to be another hot item, another hot plant, something that's going to be trending that's still going to have quite a bit of a price tag. But what I've learned over the years, especially when it comes to plants, like even this philodendron white princess, and you'll know that this is a white princess because it does have the red margins and the burgundy petioles with green. $29, or actually it's $19.98 is patience is a virtue. No matter how expensive of a plant is, this will be something that will reduce in its price. It's just a matter of how long do you want to wait for the plant to come down in price. Prime examples would be obviously like the Monstera Thai Constellations. Now there are some plants that do hold their value, and maybe it's because some plants haven't gone through tissue culture. Maybe there's not an allure or trend that makes that market price remain stable, because like the biggest example would be the philodendron Spiritus Sancti, where it was several $1,000s, and now you can find some juvenile forms at a local nursery, and potentially we may see it at a big box store. And you can see right here, Monstera Thai Constellation, this one has a nice growth point happening. So that's really my insights, and you know, a little bit about PlantCon 2025 in New York City. I am just very excited because Costa Farms will be there. They will be having a talk. Kunzo will be there as well. He is one of the legendary hybridizers, just somebody that's really been just innovating and having some amazing releases for the plant world. So if you are a collector, there's going to be several plant content creators that will also be there. So I'm just really excited to meet these people, be able to interact with them. As I continue to go big box or plant shopping, I did want to just show you some of the products that I got from the Bonsai Supply Company. So in just a few seconds, I'm going to show you an unboxing and just let you know about how I've become an affiliate. So stay tuned for this. Plant Foldies, I am super excited to finally show you my unboxing of the bonsai supplies that I received a generous amount from the Bonsai Supply store. This is a company that is based out in Houston, Texas. I have been using the Bonsai Supply soil for many years now. I used to buy it off of Amazon, but you can actually buy this directly from the bonsaisupply.com. And you can see right here, this is their all-purpose, fast-draining soil that you can utilize for your bonsai. And for those that don't know, the bonsai is the art of growing beautiful miniature trees, and it is one that takes so much dedication. It is definitely creating living works of art, and in order to make living works of art, you really have to have premium soil and supplies. And I am just super excited that the Bonsai Supply company sent me this package of all of the supplies that I have used for many years. So you can see right here, I am struggling to unbox this. This is the organic slow release all-purpose fertilizer that is also made and sourced out in the United States. So all of their supplies in terms of just the soils and their fertilizers are sourced out and created in the United States. You can see right here, it is a gentle organic fertilizer, and it is all-purpose, so you can utilize it for a lot of your plants. Here's the thing about the Bonsai Supply soil. It is definitely a complete soil. It is one that you can utilize as well for your succulents and cactus. So if you don't necessarily grow bonsai, you can actually utilize their soils because it is fast draining. So it's really good for even your succulents, your cactus, and your sansevieria, any type of plant that just needs fast draining soil. You can see that the Bonsai Supply has also sent me different types of wire gauges, as well as their other fertilizer right over here. You can see that this one is the non-organic fertilizer. So you have different choices. And all of these products you can find on the bonsaisupply.com or bonsaisupply.com. I do have an affiliate link for that is going to be in all of my descriptions for my YouTube videos. And I'm just really excited to be able to finally show you all of the amazing products that I received from Bonsai Supply. You can see right over here, this one is the black lava rock. So you can utilize these types of soils to amend your soil. So say you need to make your all-purpose soil a little bit more fast draining, you can utilize a lot of these soil amendments for it. So you can see that I've got 3 different types of soils. I am going to be using the all-purpose mixture that they already have on the very left, and I am so thankful that they even sent me other supplies such as this potting mat. And just know, PlantFoldies, that I will utilize in another video a demonstration of using all of their supplies. So I just wanted to show you guys what types of supplies I got from Bonsai Supply. Super excited that I met the owners when I was actually at PlantCon Houston 2025, and I'm just so thankful and honored that they chose me to be one of their affiliates to actually promote and share their products. I mean, you can see right here, we've got some stainless steel scissors. And what I like about the Bonsai Supply supplies that I've received in the past couple of years, aside from just getting this really generous package, is the fact that these soils do work. You can utilize it for a lot of your plants. You don't really have to worry about root rot. It is just fast draining, and I love the fact that all of the ingredients that they use is sourced from the United States. This is made in the USA, and we definitely want to support American products. This is an American company, and I just love the fact that the owners and the company really trusted me to show you all of these soils. So if you are interested in utilizing Bonsai Supply soils, please utilize my promo code for 10% off any of the supplies on your orders. Just use the promo code GROWFOLDS. It's just one word when you check out, and you will receive 10% off your entire order for these supplies. These are high quality supplies. This is some of the best bonsai supplies you can utilize, and this is just great products to use for a lot of your plants in general. So I urge everybody to follow the Bonsai Supply on Instagram and shop today. So hopefully, PlantFoldies, you will have some interest in buying plant products from the bonsaisupply.com. Really honored to be an official affiliate with them. You know, I've been using their product for years, and when it comes to promoting certain products, certain plant nurseries, businesses, it's really because it's time and tested, and I truly believe in the products. So that's something that I am just really proud of, in the fact that, you know, some of my interests, such as bonsai, is now turning into something such as an affiliate. So I really appreciate the Bonsai Supply for reaching out to me. They've actually gotten a cool website called the Bonsai Supply, so definitely see that footage. But as you can see right here, PlantFoldies, I'm just picking up plants like this Epipremnum pinnatum albo, $19.98 by Costa Farms Trending Tropicals. And for those that are going to be going to the New York City PlantCon happening this weekend, August 30th and August 31st, just know that I will be out and about. You will be able to see a face reveal because I will not be wearing a mask, at least while I'm at the event. Now, if I'm filming content, I will definitely have my mask on. Y'all already know the story. For me, it's all about just creating a separate space from my social media presence. And, you know, some people, they just choose to be faceless on YouTube or social media, and that is okay. Some people find that silly. Some people will always ask me, well, are you hiding something? No, I am not hiding something. Well, maybe my face, but it's because I want to have a definite line in the sand where I can separate social media presence versus my everyday, day-to-day activities. And, you know, that's just the whole situation with just social media in general. So PlantFoldies, I am going to go on a little bit of a tangent, but I feel like sometimes people get so sucked into social media that their real life versus social media becomes so intertwined that it becomes their life. And I like the fact that I can unplug, decompress, and not worry about social media. And that's because there is a hard line in the sand where it's a faceless YouTube. And, you know, some people will say that faceless YouTubes are not as successful. I do agree with that, because I do feel like sometimes, and it's not as successful. I would just say that there's a specific niche for people that can appreciate that. And for me, I understand why somebody wants to see an individual content creator, somebody that they can see a face, they can see their house, they can see everything. I think it's just because humans search and grasp for something that is either relatable, but hopefully even my conversations and just the pacing of my videos is enough to satisfy the Grow Fold Plant Foldy community. Now, if I'm gonna hook you guys, maybe, just maybe, if I decide to do a face reveal, it is definitely gonna be on the YouTube membership tier, the Super Plant Foldy. So again, Plant Foldies, I'm gonna advertise it. Let's go ahead, click the join button. It's only for $2.99. I mean, it's even less than a Costa Farms exotic angel plant. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and grow that community. So let me go back to the plants right over here. So I actually was tempted to buy the Syngonium white butterfly, $16.98. And look at how stunning the variegation is, or at least the veining of this plant. Syngoniums do require quite a bit of water. They're a very thirsty plant, and if you don't give them the watering requirements, they do rebel to the point where they're like literally ready to go to plant heaven. So Syngoniums, I don't know if anybody is really a fan of Syngoniums. I love them. I'm actually opening almost a can of worms when it comes to like my interest of Syngoniums, because I found a Thai seller that has some rare and uncommon Syngoniums. But you can see right here, we do have the common ones that you can find. This one is a Syngonium Cream Illusion. I love this particular Syngonium, and my grandmother has propagated so many of these because it's got a rounder, larger shape leaf and pink veining. Again, Syngoniums are just a very thirsty plant, but if you're able to at least maintain the watering requirements of a Syngonium, then they will actually reward you with so many foliage and many possibilities to propagate them, because they're a pretty vigorous grower. Now there's some like the Syngonium Strawberry Ice Galaxy that's a little bit slower, but for the most part, Syngoniums are super vigorous in their growth, and I like that. And that's why I'm always thinking, why am I obsessed about Aglaonemas? Because, truth be told, Aglaonemas are very, very slow growers, but you know what? Sometimes a plant just captivates your heart. And so I do ask anybody that's watching today, leave in the comments section. Like, seriously, let's open a conversation about what plants just take your breath away, what plants speak to you, which ones that you just can't help but want to add to your collection, and list reasons why. It's just very interesting to get your insights. I mean, for me, Syngoniums, it's because it is a childhood houseplant that it was one of the first houseplants I've ever had, and then I just like the leaf shape and also how fast it grows. So we're just going to continue to pick up some more plants. This one is a Syngonium Holly. Love how it's got light shape, light colored leaves. The shape is more narrow, like an arrow. And so, yeah. As I round out this video today, while there's not as many plants to take a look at, it is always just nice to be able to take y'all to a big box store and show you what plants are available. I am just super, super excited to be able to go to PlantCon 2025 in New York City this weekend. Stay tuned for any potential impromptu live streams. If you have Instagram, definitely check that out. I'll be posting a lot of media, and I'm hoping for Saturday's live premiere that you'll be able to see see the setup of PlantCon 2025 because I'm hoping to film more of that content. Again, please consider joining my YouTube membership tier. Join by just pressing the button that says join if you're watching on a computer, or you can click the link that I will have pinned. It definitely helps with the sustainability of this YouTube channel. It definitely pays for some of the costs in terms of travel. And as always, my name is Richie at Growfold. Please press the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click on the videos that are on the screen, and I'll see you later.